Hello, scrappers. Okay, I got a couple of these Magnetrons. I don't know if I'll tear all four down. For those of you who haven't tore into any of these, it's out of microwaves. A lot of times they have little tabs right here that are pushed into the other pieces. So, it's really a matter of getting a screwdriver down in there. Prying that apart. If you need to, probably take a hammer. That piece comes off, goes into the shred bucket. You got a little piece of brass right here. Throw that in that bucket for now. Now, one thing to be careful of is this piece right here in the center. It's a ceramic or something, and I don't remember what this thing's made out of, but you don't want to break that and breathe the dust off of it. That's bad news. And here, now, got that top magnet off. Now we've got about 2, 4, 6, 7 little fins. I got this knob here on the side, so I can't turn it that other direction. Let me see if I can turn the vise a little bit, maybe. Get a little better. Better angle there. Yeah, I really need a heavier workbench. I might take care of that down the road. I got one in the other room. But man, that thing is very heavy. Try to get that kind of centered in the Try to get it centered in the view. What I'm trying to do is try to get a kind of a wider screwdriver. Because the thing is, I'm going to twist, and on the twist it's going to try to push it up. So I'll stick that in between so that one pops up. I go to that side now, over on this side. After you get a couple of them, then it becomes a little harder. You're going up higher. So a lot of times what I will do, I'll get me some wire cutters. Cut way in there. That loosens it up. As long as you can see, they got a little fold coming down here on the bottom. So you got to make sure you get that whole piece. Cut that little 1/8 of an inch that hangs down. So you still got to come in here and twist it and get it separated from that one below it a little bit. Then come in here and get it real close. I'm not sure if I don't think I really got the whole thing broke. There it broke loose. It was close. It seems like you get that cut and it relieves a little bit of the pressure around the body of that thing. I think I was doing a video of tearing down a microwave, and I went to stopped recording so I could get the camera and stuff moved to come over and do this. And when I hit the pause button, it started recording, so apparently it stopped recording on me and I didn't notice it. So I'll have to take it in and get it on the computer and see just what I have. But that video will probably be trashed. But that way I'll just tear some of these down. Now once I get down to this part, I want to see if I can't bend this down where you can see better. And normally I pull that up. Those work good sometimes, sometimes they don't. But these are copper wires here. And this thing is tin on the outer edge for shred. You see the magnet sticks to it there and there. But this center piece is usually all copper. So you can probably take a bandsaw or a angle grinder or something and cut right into here and clean those up and get a nice little chunk of copper. I've got a bunch of them in there. I'm going to do one of these days. And here's the other magnet. The scraper magnets always come in handy. It's one of your main tools. And that one is finished. Now this one here, we had a screw holding each side, so it was a little bit different. Again, take that top piece off, get your little piece of brass. And there's a little, sometimes you got to get under this magnet and kind of pry it up. They hold down pretty good. And you got that little metal ring on there. Again, be careful of that piece. Like I say, if you got a vise to hold it in, that's that much better. This one's trying to be hard already, so getting in there cutting, that makes a big difference. So I don't think, without raising that up, I don't think I'm getting under that little tab. Let's see if I can get you in a little closer with the camera. Maybe you can get a better view here once I. Here. Yeah, you can see how it raises up right here. So you got to try to make sure you get from the top side all the way down when you're cutting it. And what I do with these, after I get done, go over here to this. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. I usually throw those on there. Some of them just go flat. Get them nice and flat, then when I throw them in my barrel, they lay better. Try not to get you too dizzy here. As you can see, they take up a lot of air if you just throw them in a bucket like that. So you flatten them down and they lay a lot better in the barrel. It only takes a minute. If I was doing it for, if I was trying to do this for a living, though, I probably wouldn't care. I just throw them in the barrel and move on to the next project. Actually, I probably wouldn't even tear these down unless I needed magnets. Because to scrap a microwave, you don't have to take these out, but as a hobby scrapper, you know, you want to get the aluminum. Maybe salvage that little bit of copper in there, which I believe it would be #1 copper. Let's see if I can cut it. I don't think I'm getting under that. Yep, not getting under it. Now maybe. I went down and cut the one under it. Cut the one under it, and that loosened it up and gave me the room to get under that thing. So I'll bend this down again for you, for your viewing pleasure. Wire's hanging up on something in there. There it is. That wire may have been broke loose prematurely. That could have been what was wrong with this one. But they're not too bad. Don't take long to tear these things down. So once you cut these open and get the copper, you got a little copper, a little brass, a little aluminum. Now sometimes if you need to pry too, you can always rest it there. I'm just throwing that brass into that, everything into that one bucket. This is like that first one we did. It has a piece up on top. And I'm pretty sure that is shred. Yeah, sticks to the magnet. Sometimes I wonder how I can, like that one, got right under there and clip that. And then other ones you can't. The dog's barking at something out there. Yes, Blanchard, they opened up a Domino's Pizza here in town 2 days ago. So that place has been busy. My stepdaughter went to work out there, so I had to take her into work earlier. And she gets off in about an hour, so kind of keeping track of the time. So I'm going to have to head out of here in a short little bit. But I figured I'd at least get this one kind of repetitive. Like I said, I think it makes it easier and faster by making that single cut. And a lot of people have these laying around. If not, you can find them all over the place. So that one already came loose, so I might just leave that one alone for now. Pull those wires up. Now I can pull that out of there. Magnet. Yeah, I might as well do that last one and be done with these. I'm going to clean this workbench off one of these days. I'm really thinking about putting that shelf I brought in over here by the door, and then I can put buckets of stuff like this in the middle of that I've started and haven't finished. A lot of this junk I got on the workbench. I can just take that kind of stuff and throw it on the shelf along with some other stuff I have in the other room. Now this one here is pretty tight right across here. Not really giving me a lot of room, so sometimes what I'll do, I'll get over here to the side where I've got this tab and I'll pry out there. Just hook the tip there and pry from here, and breaks loose pretty good. Of course, I saved the best one for last, right? Or you can see that little trick, whatever you want to call it, a trick. Get a piece of brass. See, I've got those magnets on the trucks, trailers. Around the shop. That way, if I want to check a piece of metal and see if it sticks or not. I just wondered, do I have that piece of that washer in my pocket from work? It's kind of interesting. Washer. Yeah, I've got it. And now it's picking it right up. I had it in a magnetic tray and it would not stick to the magnet in the magnetic tray. I ground on it a little bit. I'm not sure if you can pick that up, but it has kind of a orangish color to it. So kind of like copper. But when I was trying to pick it up in the tray with let me use a pocket magnet I got in my pocket because that's what I was using at work when I got on my keychain. But I was trying to pick it up. As you can see, it's not picking it up. But if I got on the edge, it would hold it from the edge. So I thought that was interesting. That wasn't sticking in the magnetic tray, so I thought, hey, that might be stainless steel. Then when I took it to the bench grinder, it worked. Like I say, it looked a little bit orange. Got that copper. Then I found out it did stick on the edge. Plus, when I took it to the grinder, it was throwing sparks. So I was thinking, well, maybe a thin, very thin coating of stainless steel around the outer edge. This is going to fill my little bucket up. I'm glad to see aluminum prices coming back up to 40 cents. I really think aluminum should be a lot higher, because it takes so much of it to make a pound because it's so light. You know, and at 35 cents a pound or something, it takes a lot of it. It takes an awful lot to make like 100 pounds to where you can get any kind of money. Yeah, I didn't get through that bottom one either. There's the bottom one. It's probably just the tip of these things getting in bad shape. Or it could just be me. There, we broke it. I'm probably going to start running that trash route on Thursday nights and see what I can find out there. Basically, Blanchard, they pick up trash Monday through Thursday. So if your trash day is on Monday, then your large trash is the first Friday of the month. If your trash is picked up on Tuesday, it's the second Friday of the month, and so on. So, and I think I do have a map downloaded on my computer. So, just out of curiosity, well, this is mainly aluminum. I do have some other stuff in it, so it wouldn't be right to weigh it. I think I've got one of these little motors like this down in there, so that's going to be quite a bit of weight. Yeah, 11.5 ounces. So, well, I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember, down there in the video description, I do have an affiliate link for Amazon for some of the tools and stuff I use. I have a vise like this one on the page. I haven't purchased it yet, but I'm planning to. This is a Harbor Freight one. The other one has brand name or something kind of molded in. This one here, it works good and everything, but the hole on the side, I'm gonna loosen this up and spin it around. But this, I'm going to have to re-aim it too. This little bolt here is threaded into the side and it's stripped out. So, and that's what keeps it from turning. So, I'm going to go ahead and order that other one here soon, and hopefully it has the same footprint, so it's bolt right down. My daughter may want this one for starters, for her crafts. I mean, other than that one little feature, it's been a pretty good vise. Now, if somebody has one of these, can't really afford to go out and buy another one, and if you got a welder, what I would do, I just grind this kind of clean. I'd find another bolt about this size and maybe a little longer thread. Screw a nut onto it, stick it up in your hole, and screw that nut tight close, and then tack weld it around, and then use the threads on that nut to tighten it. And that's what I could do to this one, is I could just, like I say, get another bolt that would fit in that hole. Or if I had to, I could pull that out and get a bigger, pull it out of the way and enlarge that hole a little bit and get a bigger bolt. And then I can always use a wrench. I gotta tear this down here one of these days too. Not really sure how that's fastened on there, but I do need to get that off and cleaned up and off the workbench. I got copper leads, and that's brass. That's brass. I think this whole thing is pretty much brass except the bolt down the center. So, yeah, workbench is getting kind of cluttered. So, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, like, and share. You see, that's the trouble with my workbenches. I get them cluttered like that and can't hardly work. So that's why I've been trying to work on the little workbench a lot, and doesn't get so bad. Okay, I'm going to get off of here, and got those tore down. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Like I said, if you're not subscribed, appreciate it if you would. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up. Share it with your friends. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.